If you are a fan of Souls-like games and particularly Bloodborne, you are sure to love this newly released Souls-like game, Thymesia. Bloodborne was known for its aggressive and fast-paced combat, and that is what Thymesia does as well. Moreover, the game's darker setting may also appeal to many Bloodborne fans, so in this video, we will compare both Thymesia and Bloodborne according to various aspects of gameplay, including combat, bosses, setting, narration, and visuals. Bloodborne was known for its aggressive and fast-paced combat. Players were required to be skilled at dodging and parrying their opponents to proceed further in the game. A lot of enemies had complicated movesets and they must often be memorized to tackle them effectively. This mechanic is almost similar to Thymesia. Players would be required to parry and block enemies' attacks to battle them effectively. So, Bloodborne fans would be certainly attracted to Thymesia due to the challenging gameplay it offers. However, Thymesia takes it a step further by introducing the plague weapons. This mechanic would allow you to take your opponent's weapon and make it your own. Using a variety of plague weapons can be exciting as players can utilize various combos accompanying these weapons. This feature makes Thymesia much more exciting and adds much variety to the gameplay, so Thymesia easily wins over Bloodborne when it comes to combat. We certainly love Bloodborne for its aggressive bosses with particular movesets. Thymesia would require players to use various combos to take them down effectively. However, a lot of boss battles reminded players of Sekiro more than Bloodborne. The first boss in the game that you would face would have two phases and is a very intense fight, so Thymesia can delve players into an exciting and challenging boss battle right from the get-go. The boss battles are well designed and players would have to memorize them to counter them effectively. However, the game is much shorter in scale compared to Bloodborne and lacks the variety of bosses that Bloodborne offers. The game is set in the plague-ridden nation of Hermes. Both people and animals are affected by a dangerous plague. You would face many mutated, aggressive monsters throughout the game. The setting of the game certainly is very chilling. Bloodborne features a gothic setting in the city of Yharnam that would give players the feel of living in Victorian England. The Kingdom of Hermes too seems to feature a dark atmosphere similar to Bloodborne games. Many areas in Thymesia seem to resemble Bloodborne. We can certainly see a lot of similarities between Yharnam and Hermes. Both Bloodborne and Thymesia have a similar narration style, and this can appeal to many Bloodborne fans. All Souls-like games would require players to interact with multiple non-playable characters to learn the entire lore. Thymesia, being a Souls-like game, also adapted a similar narration style, and like Bloodborne, players would be required to interact with various objects, NPCs, and environments to learn the story. The plot, however, is not a strong point of Thymesia. Like Bloodborne, Thymesia also features a protagonist suffering from amnesia, and the game does not hesitate to act like a copycat in that regard. However, one unique feature added to Thymesia included multiple endings. Players can get various endings depending on their choices during the game. Unlocking various endings should certainly be an exciting experience for fans. Players might also want to replay the game many times to get various endings. Now, when talking about the visuals, both Bloodborne and Thymesia did not hesitate to make their enemies, bosses, and visuals gruesome and horrific. Both games feature amazing gore graphics that you are sure to love if you are a fan of the horror or gore genre. Bloodborne is also known for the most horrific boss designs out of all the other Souls games. Like Bloodborne, Thymesia does not shy away from making the enemy mutations as hideous as they can get, and fighting these horrific enemies can certainly be a thrilling experience. However, most Thymesia bosses appear human-like and they lack gore and horrific visual designs. Bloodborne, however, on the other hand, features many animal-like hideous bosses that are a terrifying sight to behold. Thymesia is certainly a great addition to the Souls-like genre. It also stands as a strong contender to Bloodborne. The game's combat is fantastic, and while the game was significantly shorter than Bloodborne, it certainly stood out in a few aspects. That's all for our Thymesia vs Bloodborne video. Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more content by eXputer. Until next time, see ya.